Hi everyone, welcome back to Bye Bye Bye. Thank you so much for joining me. As you know, here's where we talk about everything to do with fashion. And today I really wanted to get into talking about the classic black pump. Every girl should have a classic black pump. For me, this is my baby. This episode is pretty much going to be all about this little lady right here. She is my all-time favorite shoe. She's my girl, she's my little lady, and I love her so much, and she is such a classic, and I know I'm going to wear her for many years to come. These shoes are by Christian Louboutin. Now, Christian Louboutin is really known for their red signature bottoms. Now, this is trademarked. Nobody can have this color on their outsoles. If somebody's wearing Christian Louboutins, you can see it right away because you could just see the peekaboo of that red bottom just popping out. It's so sexy. It has so much sex appeal. Like, this color is just so out there, and it's so interesting that that is pretty much what Christian Louboutin wanted. He pretty much wanted women to feel super sexy and empowered. Like, all of his shoes make your legs look longer and lift up your butt. Like, all of that stuff is legit, and that's why there's so many people that are just crazy about Louboutins. They have expanded into men's. They even have some makeup and handbags nowadays, but their thing is shoes. And if you haven't checked out Christian Louboutin yet and you're interested in buying luxury shoes, you need to do it right away. These are true collectibles. It is just such a special shoe. Everything is handmade to perfection, and Christian Louboutin himself designs the collection, and even when he's designing, he puts so much thought into it that if he's designing summer, he's going to be designing it somewhere warm where the climate and environment is matching what he's designing. So if he's doing winter, he's going to be somewhere cold. Everything has, all those little details just bring these collections to life. And I just love that, not only are they beautiful and made in Italy and just have so much detail, but each outsole is hand painted and every pair is made by one person. So only one set of hands is touching your shoe. And I can definitely tell you that I appreciate that because I've been in the footwear industry for so long. I've been in factories, I've been in the assembly lines, I've seen how it works. There's one person gluing uppers, doing heels all day, doing outsoles. The fact that one person touches the shoe is just so meaningful to me, and it really adds a lot to the value, and it totally makes sense why these shoes are so expensive. Of course, they use the most luxurious materials. Ones I purchased are kid leather. They're very, very smooth, very, very soft. I bought them in the smooth leather because I didn't want to buy the patent ones, which are a lot more shiny. I thought that these lended themselves more in case I wanted to wear them with jeans or kind of dress them down a bit. And at the same time, I can dress them up, wear them to a formal event, or these could just be great wear to the office shoes. But these little ladies are very special. They have the signature red color that's on the outsole. They have it on the inside as well. The lining and the sock both have that pop of red. And when I saw these, I just fell so in love with them. I had to have them. They actually just turned 1, and these are just my precious babies. Now, let's rewind back in time. More than a decade ago, I was 19 years old, about to get ready to graduate college, and I was dying to get my hands on a pair of Christian Louboutins. I had never even visited the store. I had never touched an expensive shoe before. So this was really a true special gift that I was going to buy. And I just remember going into the Christian Louboutin store and just feeling kind of a little bit of a Pretty Woman moment where everybody kind of looked at me like a peasant and was like, what is this girl doing here? And I could just feel tingles all over my body, and it was just a whole show. I'm never gonna forget it in my life. And I kind of even panicked because there was so much to choose from. And I mean, back in the day, there wasn't that much selection online where you can really see full catalogs. I just knew that I wanted to buy my classic black pump, and guess what I ended up getting? These guys. So as a 19-year-old girl, I wanted to live it up in these sky-high heels with this platform. It even has a little peep toe. For some reason, I thought it was a great idea to spend almost $1,000 on these super high black leather pumps. Now, these are still considered pumps because it just has a tiny little opening at the front, but they're really not timeless. They really ended up biting me in the butt later because they were so uncomfortable to begin with. I ended up wearing them to my graduation and I was just so dumb back then. Like, I had no concept of like breaking shoes in. So the first time I wore them was to my graduation, which was at the freaking Staples Center. I literally felt like my feet were going to bleed. And I'm not gonna lie, Christian Louboutins are not known for comfort, but you do have to break them in, and once you break them in, they are gold. Now, putting these on, they're still sexy, they're still hot, but you know, I kind of feel like I'm just trapped in a little time capsule. Like, the heel is just so dated. It's not sexy and refined like the pumps you see out there right now. The peep toe, it's okay. Like, you see them sometimes you don't, but to me this just looks really old. Like, I wish I could just like turn back time and just punch myself in the face and gotten something more understandable that I could have really worn more often, that I would have been scared to wear, because quite honestly I was so scared to ruin them. And I was, like I said, I was a 19-year-old dumb girl. Look at my bottoms. That is so sad, okay? I can just cry looking at these. Now, let's fast forward to present day with my beautiful babies. These are called the Kates. They're 100 millimeters, which is about 4 inches. And I was smart this time. I bought this like plastic tape adhesive on Amazon. This is like a big old roll. I traced out the little triangle, I put them on. I've worn these maybe 5 or 6 times in the past few months. And hey, there's not a scratch on my beautiful little ladies. They are great. They're a little bit slippery here and there, but you just gotta be careful. You know, you're wearing expensive shoes. These cost $775. I wanted to go with the Kates because this is such a good height. Like, 4 inches is good enough to be sexy and good enough to be comfortable. And you don't have that like super high pitch. Like, look at this line here. This is the pitch. You have a nice smooth transition that goes here to where the ball of your foot hits, and you can have some room for your toes to wiggle. Like, a lot of shoes that just have that really high pitch that really makes you feel like you're on your tippy toes, and that's why a lot of women hate heels. So don't be scared of the 4-inch heel. You really just want to be in the lookout for this line. Like, this is the special line. And because of that, this shoe has everything. It is so comfortable. It might have not been that comfortable the first time I bought it, but I broke them in very quickly and I love them so much. I am so careful as to where I wear them. I do wear them a lot more than my other Louboutins, but they are just so classic and so timeless, and they never fail. They look so beautiful on. And I always tell people, if you're looking into buying luxury and you've never bought any before, first of all, start with something that you're going to wear a lot. You're going to wear often, that you know that you actually need, like a black classic pump. It is a collector's thing, but at least it's something that I know that it was money well spent. Let me show you how they look on. I love them so much. They're so comfortable. My favorite part about them is how sexy they look. Just love the pop of red, the really sexy refined heel. I even love the little toe cleavage that it shows at the top. Everything about it is so perfect. If luxury is not for you, I definitely wanted to show you another option. These are great pumps. They are Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson can be found at Macy's, a bunch of different department stores. They are only $80. They are still leather. Of course, they're not going to be as smooth as $800 pair of shoes, but they are still pretty nice. The material is very soft. It looks very beautiful. It does look expensive. This is just such a beautiful silhouette. It is still a classic, but it has that extra detail where the inside of the shoe is slightly opened, a cute little cutout. This kind of silhouette is called the divorcee pump, just meaning that the inside is open. It is so comfortable. This shoe I actually have bought in the past in different colors and different prints because I just know that it won't fail me. It is so comfortable. They do last a really long time. This is just such a safe option. $80 is not necessarily cheap for a plain pump, but it's well worth your money because it is very well made. I love how there's like no top stitch at the top. It has a really nice clean finished edge. Even the sock detail is nice. Like it has a nude sock, but it has a pop of gold. It has a cool little design on the outsole. It is very beautiful. They have a lot of colors and materials to choose from, but I definitely wanted to show you how these look on because these are a must buy. Let's see them on. Here are the Jessica Simpson pumps. They're so comfortable. I really love the opening on the inside of the shoe. Gives it a little bit of a nice peekaboo. It is really sexy, and I just love that I can just wear these shoes all day from morning to night because that's how comfortable they are. As a third option, I was just browsing through Amazon, my best friend, and I came across some Christian Louboutin dupes. And this guy right here is by Elena. It has no name in the sock. Now, she is supposed to be a dupe off the So Kate Christian Louboutins, which are like mine, but slightly higher. They're about 4.5 inches tall. Now, look at this pitch here. Like, woof, these are high, but they look very sexy. I thought I would give them a try. They were right under $40. I thought they were a good deal. The upper material is not leather, but it does look like it's pretty good quality synthetic leather. It looks nice. It doesn't necessarily look cheap. The whole inside of the shoe looks like it's really padded, especially in the center of the sock. I mean, of course, you can tell the quality is a lot lower than even the Jessica Simpson ones. Like, they're definitely cheaper. Just little boo-boos here and there, like a little bit of glue marks. Some, you can definitely see the stitch on this on the top line, and you can see like the ends of the thread. But those are only details if you really look close, or if you're just like a shoe diva like me that pays attention to all those things. I personally hate the outsole color. I'm just an outsole freak. Of course, I wish they were red, but this just looks really orange and it's just not that nice. I wish they would have just used something different, but I can totally tell that they're really trying to mimic like a leather outsole. Let's see her on. Here are the Amazon pumps. They are a little big. I am a size 6, and I would definitely recommend sizing down half size at least, because there's just a lot of room in the back of my foot. Like, I could really slip out, and there's a lot of room on top of my toes. So it's a little bit hard to judge on the comfort. They're actually not that bad. I'm definitely curious to know if they would fit better if they were my correct size, but the grading is definitely off. These are definitely a bye-bye. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave me some comments below. Would love to hear your thoughts. I hope that today's episode was informative and that you get out there and buy your perfect classic black pump. So we'll see you next time. Bye.